In this video, we're going to talk about a new experimental feature in Runchat that enables you to use our design agent with Grasshopper. And so that takes a few different forms. Let's use one of the examples here, and I'll give you a brief overview of how it works. So we'll just pick this Grasshopper definition. You can see that it does something like creating a circle and a few points around it and doing some sort of like analysis on this. So let's imagine we're pretty new to Grasshopper and we want to know what this script is doing. We can use the Runchat design agent, can ask it, what is this Grasshopper script doing? We'll just use Gemini Flash for this. It's a pretty basic script. And we're going to just relay out Rhino a little bit differently, where we kind of use it more like a chat now and less of the canvas because we're going to be working inside of Grasshopper. Okay, so we'll expand the chat here and you can see that it breaks down the step-by-step logic of the script for us. So there's circle generation, which is happening here. There's some analysis measuring the distance from the test points to the perimeter of the circle. It calculates the average of these, and it has a few different graphing displays of this. So a fun thing to do with Runchat is you could ask it, what ideas do you have for how we could make this more interesting? And see what the agent comes back with. Okay, so looking at the first one here, it's talking about a heat map and giving us a little bit of a breakdown of like how it would do that, what the result is. It's talking about some possible attractor logic or some sort of Galapagos best fit optimization. For now, let's just go with the heat map and let's see if it can add that into the script. Okay, so it is placing a few nodes on the canvas. It's just wired them up and it's created this heat map based on the proximity. It's done that pretty well. However, it has placed those new nodes over existing content. As I mentioned, this is a research preview. We're still kind of working out the kinks on this, but it's been able to add that coloring of those points fairly well. So just spitballing, an additional change we could make to this is to use some sort of paneling with colors. So we're going to add it to add some sort of paneling grid heat map based on proximity to the circle or points. So it's made it quite small. It's pretty far away from the points, so we can ask it to make it bigger. So rather than having to manually adjust sliders or tweak values in here, we can just go back and forth with the agent. You can see each one of these chat messages has cost us about somewhere between like 20 and 100 tokens. And now it's kind of way overshot the geometry. So it's about 30 by 27. So we'll tell it the right dimensions and we'll also ask it to make the surfaces of these panels colored so that they preview a bit more nicely than just the current edge coloring. Great. And so now you can see that it has been able to produce that heat map panel exactly as I wanted. I didn't really have to do anything inside of Grasshopper to make adjustments to this. And this just gives you a really simple idea of how powerful this capability is. So we've gone back and forth with the agent a bit. We've used some of its ideas. It could also give us feedback on any ideas we have about what we would like to be doing with Grasshopper. The other thing that it can do is fix Grasshopper scripts. So in the event that I make some bad changes into this, let's, for instance, just disconnect these nodes. Now it's no longer colored. I can ask the agent and ask it why isn't it colored. So we can tell the agent that there's something wrong with the script because the panels are no longer colored. You can see between each of these messages, it is calling the Grasshopper API. And so it found and fixed the issue. The connection between bounds and deconstruct domain had been lost. And so it was able to put that back together. Again, for this, we're just using the Gemini Flash model. You'll be able to achieve more with more expensive models, but this is just an idea of what's possible with the new research preview of using the Runchat agent inside of Rhino.